We are your official Wildcat and Ladycat station, KSST 1230 AM, Sulphur Springs, Texas. It's time for Ladycat basketball. Let's go out to the high school gym where today's game is called by KSST Sports Director Don Julian. Don?
Well, James Terry, thank you very much. Welcome everyone into the main gym on the campus of Sulphur Springs High School. Big doings around here today. They have a big powerlifting meet going on at the multi-purpose building. But right here we've got the district opener for two of our teams in the district, the Lady Bulldogs of Royse City and the Ladycats of Sulphur Springs. Game that was supposed to be played last night, the first part of a Ladycat Wildcat doubleheader. And obviously the weather concerns were great. What was might be happening last night, and most of it seemed to go around us, so we got very lucky. But anyway, this game was postponed and rescheduled for 2 o'clock this afternoon, and the Wildcats will be playing at 6 o'clock on Monday against McKinney North at a non-district game. But this is a big one right here. The Lady Bulldogs 16-5, number 14 ranked in Class 5A. And we appreciate their coach, Dallas Bookout. He has agreed to everything that we would, all of our heart's desires today is we're going to be doing radio with audio streaming. Also, a live video stream is available on this broadcast. You just check out the KSST page on YouTube, and you can hook right into that. And also, we will be recording for replay on Channel 18, and we'll also post this game to YouTube when it's all done, when Doug gets it all ready to go. So, and when I say edited, it's not, we don't cut the game in half or anything. We generally remove the commercial spots. So, anyway, that's what that all means, and we're just about ready to get underway here. The teams are in the bench areas. And, another big sports note today, a big victory for Alexi Upton and his Wildcat soccer team. Hats off to those guys today as they played Jacksonville. It was a game that was supposed to be played yesterday but was postponed due to the weather and threat of weather. And the Wildcats defeated Jacksonville 1-0 in that Longview tournament as they got a penalty kick very late in the game, and Omar Hernandez put it in the net for the Wildcats, and they beat Jacksonville 1-0. That was a rematch from by-district last year that the teams fought to a 0-0 tie all the way through overtime, and then the Jacksonville advanced on penalty kicks, and then went 2 or 3 more rounds and told Alexi Upton that you guys were the best team we played, and at least until they got to Andy Holt's Frisco Wakeland state champion, or almost state champion, I guess. Ready to jump center here. The ball in the center and controlled by Royse City. And here come the Lady Bulldogs. We're underway here in the main gym at Sulphur Springs High School. Hutka to the top of the key. Here's a three-pointer on the way. No good. And the rebound comes down to Hannah Cordell for the Lady Cats. She puts the ball in the hands of Breasia Ivory, who crosses the midline. And her pass just gets over to Addison Wall. And, tried to get it back to Breasia Ivory, and the ball is turned over on a pass that was too tall to handle, and turnover on the Lady Cats. So Royse City across the midline. A ball over in the hands of Anderson, McKenna Anderson. And comes over to Macy Bookout, and then we have a timeout on the court, a quick timeout here in the ball game. So we're 0-0, 7:22 left in the first quarter, a Royse City timeout. And we'll take the timeout with them, and we'll be back in a moment. And the team's back on the floor. Might pick up the starting lineups. We didn't have any of that today. Addison Wall is out for the Lady Cats. Hannah Cordell is out there. Kate Womack. And we'll pick up the rest in a while. Royse City has the ball. It's in the hands of Hutka. cross-court pass to Macy Bookout. Drives in, puts up a shot, and hit it off the glass. So the first bucket by Macy Bookout, the coach's daughter. And Breasia Ivory being double-teamed in the backcourt. Goes through 4 players, and they steal the ball. Hutka drives. The layup is good. And it's 4-0. And again, Royse City pressing all over the court. And now Lady Cats throw it away in the backcourt as this press is having a bad effect, as Coach Tisdale tells them to calm down now, settle down. As Bookout will trigger it in for Royse City and sends it back out to Anderson. Here's a 3 on the way, Bookout, no good, but a big tall rebound out to Hutka. And here's a 3 by Royse City, good. That one was hit by McKenna Anderson, and Royse City leads 7-0. Ball in the hands of Nyla Lindley. Lindley gets it over to Kate Womack. Down to Breasia Ivory. Ivory driving in. A lob to Hannah Cordell. She missed the shot. Had to kind of make a fadeaway shot. Royse City with a rebound down to Bookout. She almost threw it away, but Royse City retrieved it. Hutka, top of the key, Anderson. And around it goes to Bookout. Now the ball in the hands of Weaver. And back outside, here's a 3 on the way. It's off, no good. Good rebound, Kate Womack. Kate is quickly double-teamed, but gets it over to Breasia Ivory, who speeds across the midline. And she felt that ball getting away and put that other hand in there. And, of course, that's a double dribble. So a turnover on the Lady Cats. Royse City 7, the Lady Cats 0. 5:48 left here in the first quarter. And Macy Bookout with the ball. And gets it over to Nicole Weaver into Hutka. To Bookout. Here's another 3 on the way. This one is off, no good. Fight for the rebound. And comes down to Breasia Ivory, and she steams across the midline. And driving all the way in over layup, hit the rim, and rebound to Royse City. Here they come in a big hurry. Anderson across to Bookout. Back to Anderson. Tried to get it inside, knocked loose by Nyla Lindley. Picked up Breasia Ivory. She lobs it down to Addison Wall. Gets it down to Hannah Cordell. Her shot misses, no good. And the rebound to Nicole Weaver. And now Macy Bookout with the ball. Bookout driving in the lane, spinning, puts up the shot, missed the shot, call for the travel. Tried to put the expensive move on there, and the official did not like the looks of it. So back to the Lady Cats. Royse City 7, the Lady Cats 0. 4:50 left here in the first quarter. Ball over to Ivory. Womack top of the key, right corner to Nyla Lindley double team. Kate Womack free throw line shot just barely grazed iron and picked up by McKenna Anderson. Here comes Royse City. Lady Cats very cold. Here's a shot by Anderson, but rebound by the Lady Bulldogs, and tried to put up a follow shot, and Hannah Cordell intercepted it. It was partially blocked. Kate Womack over to Addison Wall. Womack. Breasia Ivory lobs down to Nyla Lindley, down to Hannah Cordell. High off the glass is good. First basket by Cordell. The Lady Cats break the ice. It took about a little bit less than 4 minutes. 4:02 left in the first quarter. Royse City leads 7-2. Ball in the hands of Weaver. Gets it over to Bookout. She drives into the lane. A nice assist as it's over to Maggie Hutka. And her basket is good. She's got 4 points, and Royse City leads 9-2. 3:42 left here in the first quarter. Breasia Ivory down to Kate Womack. Over to Addison Wall. Long 3 on the way, off, no good. Good rebound by Nyla Lindley. Follow shot is no good, but she'll pick up a foul. And that foul is going to be on Weaver. Nicole Weaver. That's our first foul in the ball game. And Nyla Lindley to shoot a pair here. Lindley's free throw, nothing but net. Nice free throw. Makes it a 9-3 ball game. Substitution for Royse City. Now in is Michaelan Kaufman. And she will replace Zariah Pettis. Next free throw by Lindley is off, no good. Hutka with the rebound. She was a point guard last year. I think they've moved her around. And here's a pass to Anderson driving in. A lot of contact down there. And I think it's going to be on Hannah Cordell. That looks correct. Looks like 3 and 3. That's the first foul on Cordell. As each team has one now. And Anderson with a free throw, good. McKenna Anderson has 4 points. I'll get another one here. His free throw on the way is good. Got them both. Royse City 11, the Ladycats 3 with 3:22 left here in the first quarter. Wall gets it over to Breasia Ivory. She splits a couple of players, had it raked away. She picked it up, but her foot went way out as she was getting the ball, and it stepped on the outside line. So a turnover against the Ladycats. And Anderson throws the ball into Bookout. Bookout kind of working as the point guard. There's Anderson also outside. Here's Bookout open for a 3. Good. Swished it home. Royse City really hot. That's 5 points for Bookout. And they lead 14-3, and they just stole the ball on the press. Bookout puts it up, hit the shot, and was fouled by Addison Wall. That'll be the first foul on Wall. And Bookout has 7 points, and she'll be trying to make the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. And Royse City's already got 2 threes in the game. Coming in for them now is Shelby Aldridge, 5'4" freshman. And she'll replace McKenna Anderson. And Addison Wall heads out. And see, Addie Lamb came in after a morning of powerlifting. Here's Addie in the ball game. Let's see if that pumped her up. There's a press, and Ladycats end up kicking the ball out of bounds as they were rushing to the ball, and it went off of a foot and out of bounds. So a turnover on the Ladycats back to Royse City. Once again, the press hurting the Ladycats here. And Royse City tried to get it inside. Good defense on the interior there by Hannah Cordell to knock that ball away. Royse City leading 16-3, 2:43 left here in the first quarter. Bookout will trigger it all the way back to Kaufman. She shoots the long 3. That's off, no good, but it came all the way back to her on a big rebound. Into Hutka, she drives, puts up a 10-footer, missed it, but Hannah Cordell will pick up another foul, and that's 2 on Hannah. Ladycats only have 3 fouls, but Hannah's got 2 of them. And I'm sure that's a player that Coach Tisdale would not like to see in foul trouble. Hutka's free throw is off the front iron, no good. She'll get another. Royse City 2 for 2 from the line. And once again, each team subbing in a player. Royse City's has a big flourishing ponytail right across her number. Delaney Miles is checked in for the Ladycats. Hutka's second free throw is missed. And the Ladycats in the backcourt with the ball to Kate Womack. Her pass is stolen by Hutka. Hutka drives toward the basket. The layup is good. Hutka has 6 points. It's 18-3. 2:19 left here in the first quarter. Kate Womack in the backcourt gets the ball to Addie Lamb. Over to Breasia Ivory. She splits a couple of defenders. Over to Nyla Lindley. Puts up the short shot. She hit it. Nyla Lindley with 3 points. And the Ladycats trim the lead to 18-5 with 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Bookout a long 3. Good. She splashed it home. And she's got 10 first quarter points and 2 threes. And Royse City is up 21-5. Ladycats beat the press. They get it to Lindley again. Lots of bumping going on, no call, but Delaney Miles got the rebound, but then lost it on the floor and picked up by Hutka. And here comes Royse City across the midline. Hutka still dribbling. Pass down low for Royse City. Back to Hutka. She'll drive in, put the shot off the glass, missed it, but a rebound. Royse City, a good follow shot by Shelby Aldridge, her first basket. Makes it 23-5. Breasia Ivory in the backcourt. Kate Womack. They break the press to Delaney Miles. Miles cross-court pass over to Breasia Ivory. 1:06 left first quarter. Ladycats trailing 23-5. Down to Delaney Miles. She'll kick it back to Addie Lamb. Kate Womack down low to Miles. She hit it off the glass and picked up a foul on Royse City. That player, if I wish she'd turn around, I'd take my... oh, there you go. Thank you. That's Melanie Cajeda. That's her first foul. And Miles, free throw on the way, is off. No good. It's 23-7. 52 seconds left here in the first quarter. Hutka now is running the point. And the ball comes over to Kaufman. She gets it over to Aldridge. Aldridge drives in the lane. Oh, she took a big step. A traveling violation on Royse City. Royse City leads 23-7. 36.6 left here in the first quarter. And Addie Lamb will throw in for the Lady Cats. Gets it into Kate Womack. Over to Breasia Ivory. Back to Kate Womack. And she gets it across to Addie Lamb over to Breasia Ivory. Lob down to Nyla Lindley. She put up the shot and quickly drew the foul. And I think it's going to be on Cajeda again. Yes, I'm pretty sure of that. That's the second on Cajeda. A 5'10" sophomore. Nyla Lindley from the free throw line. This one's on the way. Ooh, in the bucket and came out. That one refused to cooperate. Lindley will get another. In the dying seconds of the first quarter here, Lindley's free throw, that one off too. And the rebound came down to Pettis, who's back in there for Royse City. Just 23 seconds left here in the first quarter, 23-7, Royse City with the lead. They get it over to Anderson, who's back in. They tried to get it down low to Hutka. She came up with it and hit the shot. Hutka, 6 foot tall, and she's got 8 points. 3 seconds, all that's left here, and the Lady Cats are, I think they would have gotten called for a traveling violation, but the official said, hey, it's the end of the first quarter, so no violation. But the first quarter is not a good one for the Lady Cats. It is for the Royse City Lady Bulldogs, ranked number 14 in 5A. Royse City 25 and the Lady Cats 7. Let's take a break here and we'll be back with the start of the second quarter right after this break. And we're ready to start the second quarter. The Lady Cats are still in the huddle. They're just now breaking out of there. Royse City back on the court. Lady Cats bring out Breasia Ivory, Addie Lamb, Kate Womack, Nyla Lindley, and Delaney Miles. The ball into Breasia Ivory. Gets it over Kate Womack, top of the key. Right side, Breasia Ivory. Back to Kate, top of the key. To Breasia Ivory, cross court, Addie Lamb. And low, soft pass back to Kate Womack was stolen. And here's Anderson driving and hitting the layup. So Anderson with a bucket. She's got 7 points, and Royse City's lead is 20 now, 27-7. Delaney Miles gets it over to Kate Womack and across to Breasia Ivory. Right side, Addie Lamb outside the arc. Cross court pass, Kate Womack gets it over to Breasia Ivory. She penetrates in. The ball knocked loose, stolen by Royse City. They get it to Anderson. She drives down against Addie Lamb, missed the layup, but Hutka's follow shot is good. Hutka with 10 points. All of the 2-point variety, 5 of them. And it's 29-7. 7:03 left here in the second quarter. Ivory to Addie Lamb. Back to Breasia. Free throw line to Miles. And now Lamb with a 3. Good by Addie Lamb. Hey, she should power lift before every game. She probably does anyway. The power lifters are fanatic. 29-10. 6:40 left here in the second quarter. And Bookout driving in the lane all the way down and hit the layup. Bookout with 12 points in the game. And it's 31-10 with 6:26 left here in the second quarter. Kate Womack over to Ivory. Right side it goes to Lamb. Looking inside, right corner now to Nyla Lindley, drives in. Short jumper is up and bounces around and goes in. So Lindley with 5 points. And the Lady Cats trim the lead to 31-12. 6:05 left here in the second quarter. Timeout taken, I believe, by Royse City. Royse City 31, the Lady Cats 12. We'll take the break with them, and we'll be back in a moment. And Royse City Lady Bulldogs breaking out of the huddle. Lady Cats still in there. But that they had right until that horn there to get out of there, so they were taking every second legally. And Royse City throw in, a new player now. This is Kayla Kimbrough. She gets it into Anderson, McKenna Anderson. Breasia Ivory jumped into the passing lane, knocked the ball out of bounds. She is quite athletic on defense. She'll kind of jump around out there. Royse City to trigger in. Anderson gets it out to Kimbrough. Another new player, this is Sydney Mullen. Back to Kimbrough. In the hands for Weaver around the arc. Mullen to Kimbrough. She drives in the lane, puts up a floater, no good. Delaney Miles got the rebound. Her outlet pass intercepted. And Royse City on the fast break, but they threw it away. Miles with the ball down on the floor, and she was covered by Royse City Lady Bulldogs. They forced a jump ball, and the possession arrow goes to Royse City. So Anderson with a throw-in for the Lady Bulldogs. Here's a long three by Royse City, no good. Rebound Nala Lindley. Down to Breasia Ivory. Ivory across the midline. Now dribbling out of there. Stops. Left side, Addie Lamb, the ball pried loose, but in doing so, picked up a foul. And that'll be on McKenna Anderson. That's her first. Don't show but 3 fouls on Royse City. Scoreboard's got 4. That is correct. That is 4 fouls. 2 for the Lady Cats. Ball comes into Nala Lindley. Lindley driving to the right side, kicks it out to Breasia Ivory. A Royse City player flashed in front of Breasia, kind of hampered her vision, and she couldn't catch the ball. That was some good defense there. Credit to Kayla Kimbrough, the 5'4" freshman. She's across the midline. Gets it to Anderson. Into the corner. Driving to the bucket, Weaver. Here's Anderson with a long shot. Good. That's a 3. That's her second 3. She's got 10 points in the game. Already they've got at least 3 players in double figures. Royse City leading 34-12. 4:49 left here in the second quarter. Lamb pass intercepted. Stolen by Kimbrough. Across the midline. Gets it to Anderson. Into the corner to Mullen. And here's Nicole Weaver driving in the lane. Put up the shot. Oh, it refused to go, and then knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Royse City. As Addison Wall will check in for Addison Lamb. Addison for Addison substitution. And we also get Colbria Harrison in for Breasia Ivory. Nala Lindley will trigger into Addison Wall. And they're going to jump on her right. Well, even before she gets to the midline. Threw it down to Nala Lindley driving toward the basket. The layup is missed. Fight for the rebound. Comes down to Pettis. And here comes Royse City. Anderson across the midline. Into the corner it goes. That is Weaver. And now a steal by the Lady Cats. But the ball stolen back by Anderson. Now Kate Womack tries to steal it back, but Anderson got it over to a teammate, Mullen. Mullen will now shoot the 3. That's off, no good. Scrap for the rebound, picked up Kate Womack. Gives it over to Nala Lindley. Down to Addison Wall. Wall driving in, a blocking foul. Pettis, considerable height advantage there. Pettis guarding Addison Wall, about a 7-inch height advantage, but she bumped her. And so Pettis with her first foul. Royse City's 5th. Ball triggered in. Wall with a 3. That's off the iron, no good, but a long rebound back to Wall. Here's a shot from the lane, up, off, no good for the Lady Cats. And it's chased down, but lost again. Thrown back in bounds. The Lady Cats got it. Delaney Miles hit it off the glass. Miles has 4 points. And the Lady Cats are trailing 34-14, 3:17 left here in the second quarter. Here's a shot put up by Mullen, no good. And the rebound comes down to Nyla Lindley. Lindley across the midline. Lindley on the dribble toward the baseline, stops, kicks it out, Colbria Harrison. Wall, the three. Oh, it came up short, but the rebound, Harrison. Here's Lindley, a 10-footer, good by Nyla Lindley, who now has 7 points. And the Lady Cats back to within 18 at 34-16. 2:47 left here in the second quarter. Weaver has it. Weaver drives in. Oh, looked like she took steps. Back to Mullen and into Kimbrough. She looked like she took steps, but she hit the shot. The crowd beginning to get agitated. 36-16, 20-point lead for Royse City. 2:24 left here in the second quarter. Down to Lindley. Lindley driving in, stops. Back out Wall, over to Colbria Harrison, who drives in, puts up a shot. It's good by Colbria Harrison. Her first basket. 36-18, 2:06 left in the second quarter. Mullen with the ball. Put up a shot. No good. Rebound, Royse City, but they threw it right to Delaney Miles. Miles across the midline for the Lady Cats. Stops her dribble and gets it to Addison Wall. Left side, Colbria Harrison. Got it over Kate Womack, the long ranger. It is off, no good. Rebound, Colbria Harrison. Follow shot, no good. And Royse City gets the rebound. That came down to Pettis, and she gives it to Anderson. Long pass down to Kimbrough. She's being guarded by Addison Lamb. Back out to Mullen, and comes over to Weaver. Here's another three by Anderson. That's off, no good, but a Royse City rebound. Good rebound there by Pettis. Back to Anderson. And she gets it over to Weaver, Nicole Weaver. Over to Mullen in the corner. And back out top of the key, Kayla Kimbrough. Here's Anderson, a shot from the lane, comes up short. Rebound to Kate Womack. Tried to let the traffic go by, she did. Gives it over to Colbria Harrison. And across the midline, Addison Wall to Delaney Miles. Ball down on the floor, picked up by Wall and over to Womack. Wall, a long three, comes up short, and it'll be back to Royse City. 36-18 is our score, and now Royse City subs in what looks basically like most of their starting lineup. Royse City 36, Lady Cats 18. 39 seconds left here in the second quarter. Bookout works it over to Kaufman. Here's a shot from behind the arc, off, no good, taken by Lohman, who's in there, and the rebound came down to Kaufman. Back out to Macy. Bookout, who will reset the offense for Royse City. Gets it over to Lohman. Lohman driving in, put up the shot and hit it off the glass. Alexia Lohman, her first basket, makes it 38-18. Just 9 seconds left in the quarter. Ball over to Colbria Harrison, but stolen by Royse City. They drive in, tried to put up a shot, and Colbria will be called for a foul. Make sure she's okay. Boy, she hit the floor pretty hard. And so they are going to check on her. And so we have an injury player timeout. James will send it back to you very shortly here, we hope, and we'll be back in a moment. And they've got Colbria on her feet. She's with trainer Tammy Carroll, and Tammy is seeing if they can walk that off. As Colbria's got some leg injury there that she's trying to deal with. And so Tammy Carroll, in the good hands of Tammy Carroll there, will have her thoroughly evaluated. Boy, the Lady Cats, they've got 2 players already out for this game. Here's a free throw on the way, and that free throw is good by Royse City. That one by Aldridge. She's got 3 points. And .2 is all that's left here in the second quarter. Aldridge will miss this free throw, and that's going to do it. And our halftime score, Royse City Lady Bulldogs 39, and the Lady Cats of Sulphur Springs 18. And so, and boy, what a down moment there as as I watched two of the Lady Cats' talented freshmen walking off, one with a boot on and the other one in street clothes from injuries, and then Colbria Harrison with an injury we certainly hope that she can come back quickly from. And have no idea what that was, but she did walk off mainly under her own power with Tammy Carroll nearby, so hopefully Tammy can get that to feeling all better. We hope it's not serious. But again, 39-18 at the half. Lady Cats trailing the Royse City Lady Bulldogs. We'll add up all the scoring for you and tell you who scored what. And we'll be back with more during halftime, as it's Royse City 39, the Lady Cats 18. Back in a moment. And ready to start the second half, and throwing in the ball for the Lady Cats will be Addison Wall, and she'll throw into Breasia Ivory. And we're underway in the third quarter. Again, Royse City leading 39-18. Kate Womack, right corner. Nyla Lindley down to Hannah Cordell. Spins, puts up a shot, missed it, but she'll shoot foul shots. Has a foul on Royse City. And, oh boy, your guess is as good as mine, but I'm going to guess Pettis. Cordell's free throw is off the front iron, no good. She'll get another. Cordell's free throw got that one, 1 out of 2. Cordell with 3 points, and the Lady Cats trim the lead to 20 at 39-19. 7:48 left here in the third quarter. Ball in the hands of Weaver. Gets it over to Anderson. Off to Hutka. Hutka driving in. Put up the shot. Oh, how did she? Well, weird angle off the glass, but perfect for her. I'm sure she practices that. Here come the Lady Cats. Addison Wall had it stolen, but it tipped right to Nyla Lindley, who laid the ball in. Wonder if she gets an assist for that. Probably that friendly bench over there would probably score that way. Here's Anderson with a three. That's off, no good. Lindley with a rebound. And almost stolen in the backcourt over to Addison Wall to Kate Womack. Womack is tied up as Macy Bookout reached in and tied her up. And the possession arrow to the Lady Bulldogs. Throw in for McKenna Anderson. And triggers in to Macy Bookout. And she tosses over to Nicole Weaver. Weaver hands off to Hutka. Anderson thought about the long three. Gets it back to Bookout. And over to Weaver. Bookout from the corner now will drive toward the basket into the lane. Shot put up off the iron, no good. Put up a little short. Lady Cats, Kate Womack with a rebound. And the Lady Cats get it over Addison Wall across the midline. Down to Hannah Cordell. Cordell drives. The shot no good. Fought for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds Royse City. And so, Lady Cats to throw in underneath their own basket. Bree Ivory. Throw that ball in. Gets it out to Cordell. Cordell, 10-footer on the way. She hit the shot and drew the foul. Cordell has started good here in the third quarter. 3 points. And, oh my. Bookout maybe. It looked like a bunch of threes. Cordell hit the free throw. She's got 4 in the quarter, 6 in the game. And the Lady Cats trim the lead to 17 now at 41-24. 6:22 left in the third quarter. Here's Bookout driving in the lane. Hands off Anderson. Tried to get it to Hutka. Stolen by Breasia Ivory. Ivory flashing down the court. Her layup is good by Breasia Ivory. Her first basket. Lady Cats are within 15, and timeout taken by Dallas Bookout, the head coach of the Royse City Lady Bulldogs. 6:04 left in the third quarter. Royse City 41, the Lady Cats of Sulphur Springs 26. We'll take the break with them back in a moment. 6:04 left in the third quarter. The Lady Cats have gotten back to within 15 here at 41-26. As Hannah Cordell has come alive with a couple of free throws and a basket. Nala Lindley with a basket, and Breasia Ivory with a steal and a driving layup. So Royse City has a basket from Hutka, and the Lady Cats have trimmed the lead to 15. Macy Bookout with the ball for Royse City. Right side it comes to Anderson. Anderson gives over to Bookout. They're back behind the arc. And now it's back to Anderson. Back to Bookout as they play catch. Looking inside. Bounce pass down. Shot put up no good. Fight for the rebound. Last touch by the Lady Cats. That was Pettis. Zariah Pettis with a shot. And Royse City will throw the ball in underneath the basket. Triggered in. Weaver drives in. Put up a shot and hit it. Boy, somebody had their hand on the ball and she still hit it. Nicole Weaver, her first basket. Lady Cats against pressure get the ball over the midline to Breasia Ivory. She stops her dribble, needs some help, and threw the ball intercepted by Hutka. Boy, she jumped in the passing lane. Hutka all the way down. Good assist, but the layup just refused to fall there from Pettis. And she put up the short shot, and the basket kicked it out of there. But the Lady Cats call for a foul. And free throws now for Zariah Pettis, 5'11" junior. Chance for her to get on the scoreboard here. And this free throw's on the way, and good. Rattled a little bit, but had the shooter's touch. And she'll get another. As Pettis eyes the bucket. Free throw on the way, and that was good. 2 points for Pettis. It's 45-26. Lady Cats working against pressure in the backcourt. Addison Wall across the midline. Addison driving down, then the ball was knocked away from behind and went out of bounds. It'll go back to the Lady Cats. Coach Tisdale directing traffic over there on the inbound play. Comes into Hannah Cordell, 10-footer short. And the rebound, chased down nicely by Nala Lindley. Gets it over to Kate Womack. Breasia Ivory to Addison Wall. Wall the top of the key. Way outside to Breasia Ivory and back to Wall. Wall on the dribble. Into the corner, Kate Womack. Threw it out to Breasia Ivory. Thought about the three. Got it over Addison Wall. The ball tipped and stolen by Royse City. And in the hands of Bookout, she drives down. Now drives out of there. And gets it inside to Hutka. She put up the shot. Oh, it fell out of there. Looked like a nice soft touch, but it just bounced out. But she did draw the foul. And that'll send Maggie Hutka to the free throw line. She's got 12 points in the game. Free throw on the way is off. No good. You get another. Since the Lady Cats got to within 15, Royse City has padded the lead by 4 with a couple of baskets. Actually, a basket and a couple of free throws. That's good by Hutka. She's got 13. It's a 20-point lead, 46-26. And as Wall was trying to beat the press, a foul called on Hutka, I believe. So the Lady Cats, and now Royse City will get out of that. Well, they still have one pesky player in the backcourt on the press. Breasia Ivory has it over to Addison Wall. She stops her dribble, gets it over to Kate Womack. Down low to Hannah Cordell. Spins, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound to Pettis. Down to Bookout, and she ran into Breasia Ivory. And Ivory picked up the foul. That's her first. So the ball then, a non-shooting foul back to Royse City. Each team has 3 fouls in the third quarter. Anderson over in the corner to Weaver. And out to Hutka outside the arc. They're passing around the arc. Anderson. Nicole Weaver drives in, back to Anderson. Long three, in and out, no good, but rebound to Royse City, and now down on the floor. And they're going to call a foul down on the floor on one of the Lady Cats. I guess trying to steal the ball when that player was down on the floor. Still a 20-point lead, 3:49 left in the third quarter. Royse City to trigger in to Hutka. Whistles it over. Here's Bookout with a three. Missed that, and the rebound, Nala Lindley. Over to Breasia Ivory. She gets it to Addison Wall. Wall down low to Hannah Cordell. Put up the shot and hit it and got fouled. Oh, my. Hannah's having a real good quarter. And that foul was on Anderson, I do believe. If it is, that's her second. We don't get points, or we don't get players and fouls here on the scoreboard, so hard to tell. We do our best guess, but they're signaling to the other side, so it makes it very difficult to read those signals, especially you get a side view. Free throw by Cordell is good. 7 points in the quarter, 9 in the game, and the lead has been trimmed back to 17 again, 46-29. 3:31 left and counting here in the third quarter. Anderson kicks it back outside to Kaufman. Kaufman needs some help and found Anderson. Anderson directing traffic out top of the key, way out there. Guarded by Addison Wall. Gets it over. Well, Anderson had the ball, so that was Weaver. That was Bookout that was doing that directing. Drives in. Oh, what a pretty floater by Macy Bookout, who has 14 points. And now a steal for Royse City on the press. Bookout, right side, it goes to Kaufman. She drives in, puts up the shot, off, no good. Rebound, Nala Lindley. Lindley on the break. Lindley driving down to the basket all the way, and then offensive foul on Nala Lindley as Anderson took the charge. And back to Royse City. They lead 48-29, 2:41 left here in the third quarter. Macy Bookout. Ball comes in to Michaelin Kaufman. And Bookout across the midline. Gets it over to Kaufman. And the ball in the hands of Bookout. Behind the arc, she drives into the lane. Tried to spin it, got it off to Hutka, and she put the shot up and in. And so she's got 5 in the quarter, 15 in the game. It's 50-29, 2:16 left in the third quarter. Ivory pass to Nala Lindley. A good layup. Boy, a beautiful pass by Ivory. And Lindley hits the bucket. She's got 11 points. And the Lady Cats trail 50-31 with 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Anderson with the ball. Right side it goes, Bookout. Bookout driving in, feeding off, and the ball lost down on the floor. Tried to get it into Pettis. And last touch by Royse City, the officials say, so it'll go back to the Lady Cats. I think Dallas Bookout wanted to know which player that was off of, and the official gave him the numbers. Addison Wall with the ball, gets it into Kate Womack, into the corner, Delaney Miles. Miles drives toward the basket, stops, kicks out Wall, the three. It's off, no good. Good rebound, Nala Lindley. And draws a foul. We may be able to see this one. Yes, that, well, I saw half of it enough. That was on Kaufman. Because the other choice was 15. 2 new players coming in for Royse City. We've seen them before, though. Quajeda is in there as well as Kimbrough. Here's a shot. Lindley out on the inbound play. No good, but Lindley, well, she had the rebound. It was taken away by Bookout. Lindley came back down and went for a steal and ended up knocking Bookout down to the floor. So Lindley will pick up the foul. It's her second. Royse City 50, the Lady Cats 31. 1:24 left here in the third quarter. Kimbrough has the ball for Royse City. Over to Bookout. Top of the key, left side, Kimbrough. Driving in, dishes off. Cajeda's attempt at a layup would not fall. She battled for the rebound. Last touch by the Lady Cats. It'll go back to Royse City underneath their own basket, and Bookout will trigger in down there for Royse City. Their senior gets it in. Here's the three up, no good. And the fight for the rebound, Lindley has it for the Lady Cats, and she was fouled. I think on Bookout. I believe that's her second. So Nala Lindley will throw in for the Lady Cats. 1:02 left in the third quarter. Lady Cats trailing 50-31. Addison Wall with the ball. Here's an interception. Boy, Hutka is very tall, and she stole that down to Bookout. Good pass off and a good layup. Boy, kind of threw it at the bucket, but Kaufman put it in the basket. 52-31, 42 seconds left here in the third quarter, and the Lady Cats with a backcourt violation. Breasia Ivory tried to jump across the midline, but the officials said nope. She was in the backcourt, although actually she was kind of sailing in the air, but they said she was too far back into the backcourt, even though a leaping effort by Breasia, very athletic. Royse City brings the ball down, almost throws it away, but Hutka got to the loose ball and gives it to Bookout. Last 23 seconds of the third quarter, Royse City leading 52-31. Bookout has it. They're playing for the last shot of the third quarter here. Right side it goes, Kimbrough. 10 seconds. Gets it over to Kaufman. Kaufman, 5 seconds. Bookout's going to have to do something with it. She puts up the shot, missed it. Rebound Lindley at the horn. And that's the end of the third quarter, with Royse City leading 52-31. The Lady Cats had a 13-point quarter, and so did Royse City. So the lead remains at 21 after, and the Lady Cats for the last two quarters have not played poorly. It was that first one that's going to be hard to make up. Let's take a break here. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter right after this. Scoring by quarters, Royse City 25, 14, and 13. The Lady Cats 7, 11, and 13. So just 27-24, 3-point Royse City advantage over the last two quarters. But that 18-point advantage first quarter, hard to overcome. Lady Cats will have the ball to start the quarter, and they tried to get it over to Breasia Ivory, and the ball is stolen by Royse City. Fast break. Here's Bookout, hits the layup as they were really moving on the fast break. It's 54-31, and now Wall has the ball and got it to Kate Womack. Down to Delaney Miles, and she finally got the ball. Nyla Lindley was open for a long time, but by the time they finally got it to her, Royse City defenders had arrived. Here's a shot taken by Wall, no good. Rebound Womack, but lost on the floor. Kimbrough picks it up for Royse City in the hands of Hutka. Oh, she threw it toward Bookout and threw it out of bounds. Turnover on the Lady Bulldogs. So it'll go to the Lady Cats. And Addie Lamb is back in there. Lady Cats get it across the midline. Ivory's got it. Gets it back to Lamb. Long pass Lindley. Down to Delaney Miles and had the ball hacked away from her. Crowd wanted a foul, did not get that foul. Ruled a block. Ivory into Miles. She shoots from the free throw line. It's off. No good. Oh, a good rebound. Nyla Lindley come up with that. Over to Addison Wall. She'll shoot the three. Got it. Addison Wall's first bucket. And that cuts the lead to 20 at 54-34 with 6:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Ball in the hands of Kaufman for the Lady Bulldogs. Got it over to Bookout. Went around to Hutka's screen. Bounced low to Cajeda. And she hit the left-hander off the glass. First basket by Cajeda. Makes it 56-34. 6:21 left here in the fourth quarter. And now a near steal by Hutka. And Addie Lamb and Hutka go after the ball. They kind of end up in the Royse City bench. As Hannah Cordell checks in, they'll say last touch by Royse City, so the Lady Cats ball. And now the ball in the hands of Addie Lamb. Gets it over to Ivory to Addison Wall, and well, good passing by the Lady Cats as they beat the press, and Hannah Cordell, who now has 11 points, got the basket. And the Lady Cats are back to within 20, 56-36. Long three is good by Royse City. Boy, that was a high arc as Kaylin Kaufman hit the three. She's got 5 points. It's 59-36. Addison Wall over to Addie Lamb. Ivory back to Wall. And the pass is tipped and stolen by Kimbrough, but Asia Ivory with that athletic speed got back down there and knocked the ball out of bounds. Bree's fun to watch on defense because she is just, you've seen that chaos spot. That's chaos on defense, I'm telling you. She'll jump right in your face, and stuff seems to happen when she's in there. Ball comes into Hutka. Over to Kaufman again. Hutka, a 10-footer on the way. Good. 17 points for Hutka. 61-36. 5:11 left here in the fourth quarter. Ivory back to back to Lamb. And the ball got loose. Royse City went for the jump ball and going to have a foul called on Kaufman. Royse City contingent not liking that one. And that's 7 fouls on Royse City, so that will be 1+1 now for Addie Lamb. The answer to the trivia question, who was the very first Lady Cats power lifter? Addison Lamb. At the beginning of last year, she just barely got some time over Sable Erdmeyer, who quickly joined her. Free throw is good by Addie. She's got 4 in the game. She hit a 3 back in the second quarter. Lamb eyes the bucket. And this second free throw's off, no good. Chased down by Royse City's Aldridge. Aldridge continuing to head to the basket. Oh, her shot blocked, though, by Hannah Cordell at 6'2". Cordell across the midline gets it to Wall. To Lamb. Lamb will shoot the 3. It's off, no good. Rebound comes down to Kaufman. She ran into Asia Ivory, that chaos I was talking about, and a turnover against Royse City. Boy, Bree is all hands and just, jumping around. She can make things happen on defense. Got the ball right now, gets it to Nyla Lindley. Lindley to Hannah Cordell. Cordell, a short jumper in the lane, off no good. Rebound comes down to Royse City's Aldridge. Bounces it over to Kaufman. Kaufman gives to Hutka. They give it back to Hutka for the 3. It's off the iron, no good. The rebound comes down to Wall. Here come the Lady Cats trailing 61-37. Wall driving down. Gives it to Ivory. Back to Wall. She'll shoot the 3. That's off, no good. Rebound to Kaufman for the Lady Bulldogs. 4:04 left in the fourth quarter. Royse City up 61-37. Kimbrough. They work it around to Aldridge and then over into the corner now for Weaver. Weaver, top of the key. Passes off to Kaufman. Down low, Hutka put it up, missed the shot. Scramble for the rebound. Players all over the floor there, and we'll have a jump ball. Possession arrow to the Lady Bulldogs. And to throw in looks like Shelby Aldridge, 5'4" freshman. Amazing to say, there's a lot of youth on this Royse City team. Kaufman. Here's a long 3 by Kimbrough. It's off, no good. Scrap for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds, Lady Cats. Nyla Lindley really doing some heavy-duty work on the boards for the Lady Cats. She's in there battling with these Lady Bulldogs. Once again, Aldridge to trigger in for the Lady Bulldogs. Bounces to Hutka, and it's ripped away by, again, Nyla Lindley, who got the jump ball. Possession arrow to the Lady Cats. Nyla playing a good game, and she does have 11 points. She's probably tied for the lead in scoring for the Lady Cats. Asia Ivory gets it over to Addie Lamb. To Addison Wall. She'll turn and shoot just inside the arc. In and out of there, no good. Rebound Hutka. Here come the Lady Bulldogs up by 24. Gives it over to Kimbrough. Kimbrough slashing into the lane. Put up the shot. Missed it. Weaver had the rebound, but taken away. Nyla Lindley over to Addie Lamb. Lamb passes to Breasia Ivory, and Breasia bounced it off of the Lady Bulldog that was closest to her there, that was guarding very closely. And 5 new Lady Bulldogs come into the game, including Anderson and also Lohman and Pettis and Mullen and Bookout. So Hannah Cordell at the free throw line for the Lady Cats. Back outside, Wall, the long 3, off, no good. Cordell, the rebound, follow shot, put it up short. And the rebound to Pettis. Here come the Lady Bulldogs. Steaming down toward the basket, Bookout, gives to Mullen just inside the arc. Missed the shot, rebound to Anderson. Got it over to Bookout. She sailed it, tried to get it inside, but a Lady Cat got a hand on it. As Coach Bookout is doing some coaching down there on what he would have liked to have seen on that play. And now Macy Bookout to trigger in. And gets it over to Mullen again. Oh, she threw it off of a teammate, picked up Breasia Ivory, flashing down the court. Breasia's layup is good. That's a couple of driving layups for Breasia Ivory in this ball game. She got 4 points. 61-39, driving toward the basket. Bookout shot is partially blocked, and Nyla Lindley chased it down. Lindley across the midline, continues to drive. Got it over in the corner. Ivory the 3, that's no good. And the rebound to Pettis. And she baseball passes it down, threw it too deep, and Nyla Lindley will chase it down. And Lindley gives it to Cordell, and it in the hands of Breasia Ivory as they get across the midline. 61-39, 1:47 left here in the fourth quarter. Lamb back outside the Wall. And now, the ball knocked into the backcourt. And Addison Wall, boy, if the official had any doubt about the half-court play when Wall took a long time to pick it up, the official, okay. Now, he may have figured that out all by himself. He may have had that all figured out. But if he had doubt, when you see a player that doesn't want to pick up the ball, it usually means they know that it's a backcourt violation. Just saying. 61-39, 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Royse City's Mullen gets it over to Bookout. Bookout slashes in and took a big step. Of course, she probably got hit or something, a little bit of contact, but call for the traveling violation. Back to the Lady Cats. Again, 61-39, 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Addie Lamb. A very soft pass stolen by Mullen. Mullen drives and missed the layup, but the follow shot is good by Bookout. And she has 18 points. Makes it 63-39, 103. You cannot throw soft passes against a good team. Here's the ball down to Nyla Lindley. Got it in. Kate Womack puts up the short jumper and used the glass. Good basket by Kate Womack, her first in the ball game. And timeout taken, Dallas Bookout with Royse City. 50 seconds left here in the ball game. Royse City 63, the Lady Cats 41. We'll take the break with them, and we'll be back in a moment. 63-41, 50 seconds left in the fourth and final quarter. See if I can tell you when these teams have the return trip to play in Royse City. That will be on January 28th, a Tuesday night. So that'll be the beginning, obviously, of the second half of district play. Because this is the beginning. I'm sure some teams maybe played last night. I noticed Greenville, they put their games off until today. Fairly certain that happened. Royse City kind of just passing the ball around now. Aldridge has it. Gives to Weaver, Nicole Weaver. Oh, looked like a big step there. The official let that go. Kimbrough over to Aldridge. Back to Weaver. Guarded by Hannah Cordell out there. Over to Lohman. Back to Weaver. 12 seconds. And Royse City working on their delay game a little bit here as they're just going to close this out, this 22-point victory. And then the Lady Cats went for the steal, and I think Hannah Cordell picked up the foul. And Delaney Miles will check in for Cordell there. As I guess she fouled out. She immediately went to the bench, and she just went over to Coach Bookout and shook his hand, which you see that happen a lot of times. Here's a free throw on the way. Is good. Boy, that rattled, but Aldridge got the free throw. She's got a couple of free throws in the ball game, has 4 points. And next free throw on the way, got them both. Tack on maybe the last 2 points here, 65-41, last seconds. Royse Ivory, long shot, no good at the horn, and Royse City wins this one by the score of 65-41. And once again, though, the Lady Cats are not playing like a team that's real desperate on offense. They continue to score in the 40s, which is something, but you see a team that's really struggling to score, they'll be in the 20s or the 30s. But the Lady Cats got 41 today, and wasn't bad, except they were within 6 points of over the last 3 quarters. It was just that 18-point deficit in that first quarter, that 25-7. The Lady Cats just could not overcome that. As Coach Tisdale and Dallas Bookout are comparing notes right now on this ball game. So Royse City goes to 1-0 in district play, and they're a very impressive bunch. They got out to that big lead in the first quarter and then just kind of hung on after that. Lady Cats way behind, got within maybe 15 at one point there, but ended up losing by 24 by the score of 65-41. We'll add up all the scoring. We'll tell you who scored what, and we'll be back to do that right after this break. We'll start with Royse City. Their leading scorer in the ball game was Macy Bookout, excuse me. I cross-pollinated a couple of players there. But Macy Bookout with 18. Maggie Hutka had 17. That's not unusual to have those two. And then a really good-looking outside player, McKenna Anderson, 10 points. And let's see, after that, Shelby Aldridge, 5. 5 points for McKaylin Kaufman. And then it's a lot of 2-point players. Kayla Kimbrough had 2. Alexia Lohman had 2. Zariah Pettis had 2. Nicole Weaver had 2. Melanie Cajeda had 2. And so that is the scoring for Royse City. Again, 25 in the first quarter, then 14, 13, and 13 for a total of 65. Good, solid win for a good Royse City program. He now goes 17-5, 1-0 in district play. But again, I'm telling you, the Lady Cats ought to have amnesia and just try to kind of forget this one and just figure they're still 0-0 in district and just concentrate on the Greenvilles and the Lindales and Mount Pleasants and Texas Highs out there, because this Royse City team is going to be hard for anybody to catch. But those other games are highly winnable. Concentrate on those. That's my humble opinion anyway, and for what it's worth, not much. Lady Cats had 2 scores with 11 points. Nyla Lindley, which I thought she had a really good game, very tough, hard-nosed game, a lot of tough rebounds, and for Nyla Lindley. Hannah Cordell really came alive in the third quarter, and she had 11 points. After that, Royse Ivory had 4 points. Delaney Miles off the JV team on the varsity with 4. Addie Lamb had 4. 3 points for Addison Wall, 2 points for Kate Womack, and 2 for Colbria Harrison. And I certainly hope she is all right. Looked like she had a leg wrap on the lower leg, and so I hope that she's going to be just fine. But she had to watch the second half of this one. I'm sure she's still sore with something, but we hope that she recovers rapidly. Lady Cats already have Kinsey Willis and Serenity Lewis out of this ball game with injuries, so do not need to pick up another. For the Lady Cats, they had 7 points, and then 11, 13, and 10. for their total of 41. So Royse City wins 65-41. Next action, well, actually we'll have Wildcats basketball Monday at 6, non-district game as they play McKinney North. The next Ladycats game is another district game. That'll be Tuesday, and that'll be the Ladycats all by themselves before they start that series of back-to-backs in district play. That'll start in Greenville. But the Ladycats will be in the home gym here to play Lindale, and that'll be a big ball game for them. That would be a big one for them to win, to kind of get back to 500 in district play and against a team that they're probably going to be battling for one of those 4 playoff spots with. It's hard to say right now. Everybody looks pretty equal, but anyway, you need every win you can get. So Lindale in the gym here next Tuesday, and again 5 o'clock JV, 6:15 for the varsity next Tuesday. Almost say weather permitting, January in Texas. Go figure. Anyway, that's going to do it here. James Terry running spots back at the station. Doug Haston shooting the video, did all the engineering work. I assume everything worked like a charm. I never find out till we get back to the station, but it felt really good anyway. And I'm Don Julian with your play-by-play. Once again, our final score here from the main gym on the campus of Sulphur Springs High School. The Royse City Lady Bulldogs 65 and the Ladycats of Sulphur Springs 41. Thank you for joining us today, and so long, everybody.
Thank you, Don. This has been Ladycat basketball on KSST 1230 AM Sulphur Springs. We'll be back to Good Time Oldies after this message from UIL.